Today, our hero, it's not just IT hero, he's a visionary who embarked on the long journey to establish and develop the first non-profit university in the country based on American educational system. Ladies and gentlemen, let me introduce Chan Yan Bэнg, the president of KIMEP University. Hello, Dr.
Good
Bэнge.
afternoon. It's such a
Such honor
honor to see you. Thank you so much for coming.
Let's start our interview.
In the heart of Almaty, at the crossroads of history and modernity, stands KIMEP, Kazakhstan's first commercial university, a symbol of academic excellence. Its history began on January 14, 1992, when, by the decree of the first president Nursultan Nazarbayev, the Kazakhstan Institute of Management, Economics and Strategic Research was established on the basis of the Institute of Political Science and Administration. Dr. Chan Yan Bэнg, Nazarbayev's economic advisor, was appointed by its first executive director and later became the university's president. In 2000, KIMEP was transferred to his trust management, and in 2003 it was transferred into a non-profit joint stock company. Today, KIMEP spans an 5 and 3 hectare campus with 10 buildings, state-of-the-art laboratories, and research center, shaping the leaders of the future. The university blends tradition, innovation, and advanced education technologies, opening doors for students to global success.
That's right. I was a professor, also chairman, and also including executive director of research. Like I taught UCLA and the University of San Francisco. But then first, President Nazarbayev invited me. You'll be surprised, in 1989, we had a long conversation in Moscow. And then he said, I wish we met earlier, and would you be kind enough to help me to, modernize Kazakhstan economy, introduce a viable market-oriented economic reform to modernize and achieve a spectacular economic development. Since then, you'll be surprised, since 1989, I've been here, this is my home.
And you never thought that you make a right or wrong decision?
No, this is you will be.
And Dr. Bang, before, in the beginning of our discussion and talk, you talked that you was as a volunteer in the 1990s when you just established KIMEP, and now you are financially successful. And what was the moment when KIMEP start to earn money and start to be financially successful?
It's a long story. I think in terms of KIMEP's evolvement and become say more or less sustainable, world-class university. Initially, I was an economic advisor, and as well as I was first, second, I was chairman, deputy chairman. The president was chairman for expert committee. So I met, as I mentioned, at Moscow, 1989, and the president asked me, could you help me so that, he like to achieve not only economic development and establishing economic modernization. So I decided to help him. So since then, I have been with him, in the capacity as an economic advisor, as well as I was vice chairman and the president was chairman. Together we introduced, for example, your houses and all that. It's privatized by
Yes.
schemes and with expertise which I shared that. So at that time, the president, I talked to him. In order to achieve economic development, modernization, you can change organization and the structural change, but economic modernization is not the institution or structure. It's a human being. Human being means well-trained people will have to achieve economic development and modernization. So we have to train. I'm going around with the president, allow me to use his own airplane and going around and lecturing. This is not going to work. So what do we have in mind? We have to introduce university. And the president says, we cannot even pay you your salary, even $20. We don't have any money. I told the president, you don't have to pay me. Money, I'll take care of. So then, how can I help you? I need the facility. Then immediately, I was sitting in the office of the president and said, he instructed to his head of, staff and provide a car. So 10 minutes later, I came out the office and then took a car and came to, this is used to be a central committee in a high party school.
Yes.
So, for example, President, this used to be dormitory room. President Nazarbayev stayed in this dormitory. So I came and inspected them. I said, it's wonderful. And then it's yours. That's how I started with my money. After, I forced to produce a graduate student. And then, because the President of Korea asked me to help, so I told him, my mission is accomplished. So, Nursultan Nazarbayev, I'd like to relinquish it. You don't have to pay me. It's just it's a gift, so give it. And please. So, I returned the university. And then I came back, 1996. So the President invited me. So I sat down and said, my dear friend, KIMEP is having a financial problem and all that. They, more than 1 year, they couldn't pay salaries and about to bankruptcy and going to, disintegrate. I want you to, would you be pleased to come back and to take it over? I said, Mr. President, I'm sorry, I cannot do that. Then every day, virtually every day, then finally he said that, then you founded the university, you go and then closed down. So I came back and then I returned to office of President. I said, okay, one condition, I will take it over. I'll give you all the money, I'll be responsible. So what is the condition? I don't want to get involved in the state university. I don't want it to be, one of a state bureaucrat. It has to privatize. Okay, fine. So privatize. So privatize, and then what about the ownership? What percentage ownership you would like to have? I will have 6%. Okay, 6%. Since then, you will be remember, I came back in 1996. So first time I came to a campus, there was something like 35 or 30 or 40, faculty members are standing and waiting for me. And then said, one of the head means organizers came and they say that, Dr. Bang, we have been paid more than 1 year or 10 months salary. You have to pay us now. Whoa. Otherwise, we are going to make you cry. Whether you have to sell your house, because we just cannot sustain. We are starving. So I told them, as long as I'm responsible for KIMEP, you will learn. Your salary will be paid on time. Since I kept, for the past 33 years, all our faculty members, including staffs, they have all paid on time.
And all of them stay with you for years.
That's right, that's right, yeah.
Yeah, that's a
even
great
faculty
story.
members, sometimes they leave, always they say, we had the fondest memory, can I come back?
Yeah. And what about this financial strategy? How you could succeed?
Well, financial strategy, once again, KIMEP is not the recipient of money from state. Unlike other universities, they cannot survive without them. But we generate more than, for example, last year, $3 million, we call the net income. This year, 3.5 million. Why such a surplus means a net worth? You see, in order to have a financial viability, requires a number of requirements. You have to have a sufficient, like a student, so to speak, it's a client. You same thing. You to financial viable, you have the sufficient customers, number one. Number two, customers value your product is worth it. They wanted to acquire, they wanted to pay your product. Why? Because it's quality product is excellent and its benefit exceed the cost they wanted to buy. KIMEP has the same. Because of student population is increasing, because the birth rate has gone up, because of Russia's,
some political
Ukraine war, youngsters do not go to, Moscow or Russia. So every year, the number of students increase 6%, means 150 to 160 additional student. So this is why we have a financial, viability. It means we are financially sustainable because of expansion. Student population, with the amount of tuition we charge every year, we generate not deficit, but the net worth like 3 million. That money is, again, reinvested. You see, in terms of if you cannot really make a sustainable improvement quality education, you're finished. Your profession, you have to really improve. You have to provide a kind of service to your customer. Wow, Elora, this is the best kind of product. We are absolutely impressed. That means that we have to every day try to improve, working with the student to provide the best educational services, saying that whatever amount of money spent at KIMEP, you cannot buy any other countries. This is the best quality product you're going to make a, investment. And the return on investment is more than 30% of the investment. This is why some young kids, young students come and say, I received a scholarship from such and such university, state university. I decided to come KIMEP. Why? You could have a free education. He says, she says that, well, KIMEP is a provider, kind of differentiate the higher quality of education. I wanted to part of KIMEP, even though I have to pay tuition. That's why the student coming.
Yes.
So you have to satisfy your customers' expectation.
Yeah.
To do that, you have to every day, you have to improve the quality of education, means the service and orientation. Once that ends, you are finished.
Thank you for such a lesson.
You have to make sure your commitment means something. You have to always, when customer expect say 90, you have to deliver 100, and say that I'm so absolutely
more than
impressed.
They expected.
Yes, more than they expected. Rather than just somehow just pretending doing and something. No, you have to excel. You have to really satisfy and say, wow, we are absolutely impressed. It's wonderful. So I'm going to tell to other people, that you see, and they will bring other customers and all that.
Yes.
Once that ends, that's the end of the, your cooperation. This is why every day, yesterday we meet, how can we improve our quality education? How can we really, meet the students' expectation? How to excel our educational endeavor and orientation.
Yeah. Thank you for such business tips. Great. And you talk about your staff, people who choose you. And I know that some people here work at KIMEP more than 10, 20, 30 years. What is the secret?
Well, you provide a kind of not only, good compensation and all that, but, they are number one, they are very proud to be part of KIMEP University. Number two, you have the meticulous caring and all that. No corruption, and also those people who are committed, who are excel in their field, also you have to find a way to reward so that they can stay and all that. So once again, the mentor comes, or inspector comes from the European country. They are absolutely impressed. The faculty members and management teams are highly not only motivated, committed. Why? Because you will see that even now, somehow some members of faculty left. I can tell you, even tens of names. They like to come back. Wow, the time they spent at KIMEP was excellent, because academic freedom, respect, no corruption, no irregularity, no sexual harassment. And people care, and the students really love this institution. That's why they like to come back.
Atmosphere. Yes.
This is always important. So that those people who are part of KIMEP University as administrators, faculty, they have to make a really commitment, and also they have to really try to provide their best, their contribution.
Вспоминаю первую встречу с доктором Бэнгом. Это было в одном из холлов собрания всего коллектива, где он нам представился, рассказал о том, что это будет за университет, какие у нас перед нами стоят задачи у нас как сотрудников и чем мы будем заниматься, так сказать, в перспективе. Это была приятная встреча, потому что очень открытость доктора Бэнга, его откровенности, то есть он делился своими мыслями, как он это все видит. Для нас это все было, естественно, вновь, поскольку мы совсем другим профилем занимались. Вот, а тут он говорил о том, что большое внимание уделяется сейчас президентом нашей страны подготовить кадры для новой экономики, которая меняется в независимом Казахстане. И вот на это все наши были силы нацелены. Но еще такое приятное было удивление, когда доктор Бэнг, спортивный очень человек, прибегал с работы, из дома на работу в спортивном костюме. Для нас это было интересно, как так может. Все-таки исполнительный директор. Но это вот его стиль жизни, видимо, поэтому потом мы уже, конечно, к этому привыкли.
Dr. Chan Yan Bэнг is not just a founder of KIMEP, he is a key figure in Kazakhstan's economic transformation. Born in present-day North Korea, he survived war, lost his family, and rose from being a refugee to becoming a distinguished scholar. After earning a PhD in economics from the University of Colorado, he built an impressive academic career in the United States. But his fate became intertwined with Kazakhstan. In 1990, Nursultan Nazarbayev invited him as economic advisor, entrusting him with the task of reforming the country during the post-Soviet crisis. Thanks to his strategic vision, Kazakhstan swiftly transitioned to a market economy, laying the foundation for its modern financial system. However, his greatest legacy remains KIMEP, an university he not only founded but also turned into a symbol of world-class higher education in Central Asia.
So this is one of your book?
Yes, this is published by the Paul Grieb and Macmillan, one of the most prestigious publication firm, under the title Transition Beyond the Denuclearization. This is not based upon my in-depth research on DPRK, means North Korea, and also based upon my experience in Kazakhstan. I helped President Nazarbayev to transform the Kazakhstan economy into full-fledged market economy. So this is how DPRK can not only dismantle nuclear weapon, but achieve or sustain the economic modernization, improve economic well-being, and also contribute to the not only peace and stability, but the regional economic prosperity.
Now here we're at library at KIMEP, one of the oldest buildings.
That's right.
Yes.
Yeah.
What is your view to current library itself? How does student use it?
Yeah. First of all, the library means that it provides a means of learning. This is a very valuable sources of intellectual, experience and orientation. So you'll be surprised when I came first time and affiliate in 1990. This was used to be canteen, 2 stories. So I consider libraries important. So I decided to not refurbish it, but increase one more floor. So now it becomes a 3rd stories high, library. So we trained many youngsters. They attribute their success is a library. They come and they spend many hours and studying at the library. Olga is one of the old meaning. She has been instrumental to really provide excellent service and the library service, including the acquisition of hard copy books and all that. So libraries has been a source of not only inspiration but it is a means of providing students support so their learning will be further enhanced.
Yeah, like fundamental place.
Yes, I have also my home library and several thousand books. Every day I spend
You read all of them?
Absolutely. I'm trying to. It's a very important. If you want to excel your career, you have to invest in reading, and you have to really, involve and get acquainted with all these important books and their message and.
Agree. Yeah, and you have son who is already a student of KIMEP.
That's right.
Yes. Does he love to read?
Well, I wish he's I was very committed and all that, but our youngsters are still very naive, and he's not very, from my personal point of view, really take it seriously. He's discipline and the learning and all that. I try to encourage, but eventually he will realize how important to. You see, my philosophy is that in order to really become you can succeed, whatever achievement you want to make in your field, you have to make a serious investment. If you make this much investment, you can harvest this much. If you want to really succeed and you want to achieve phenomenal achievement, then you have to make a big investment
in yourself.
That means everything, reading and the learning, and also with the commitment you have to also excel. We have to the FAS also is important physically fit.
Yes.
Yeah, so that you can really exert and optimize so that you prepare the future more or less leadership.
Yes, agree. And you also writer. Yes, you published more than something about 10 books. What make you to write those books?
There are a number of requirements. First of all, I published 11 books, and today another article, Diplomat, and a couple of weeks ago another article in 38 Notes, which are all very important mass media. So to really achieve and excel in research and publication, there are two things. Number one, you have to select a subject which you deeply care. My case is it's like China, or including DPRK, means North Korea's nuclear weapon. It's peace and stability, and Russia. So once you really make a commitment which you care about subject, then you have to relentlessly prepare. I got up today, today a little bit late, 6 o'clock, but 5:30 exercise and all that, 1 hour 30 minutes. But every day, you have to make a dedicated, real, concerted effort to think and to discuss. Even today, we discuss about with the teams, another article about the, DPRK, North Korea nuclear weapon issues, including China-Russia issues. That means you have to make 1,000% commitment. Then relentlessly read and think. You have to be creative. But to support, from my personal point of view, you have to optimize your output. You have to exercise. So today I'm going to, after this meeting, I'll exercise. This is how I develop my creative thinking and all that. If you are not really physically fit, your research effort will be also undermined and somewhat adversely affected. This is why you see caring subject, then you have to make 100% commitment, relentlessly prepare, also physically, also fit, so that you can really come up with creative new ideas.
How much time did it take before to write a book, for example, during a year? Maybe you have special practice, like 1 hour a day or like several
I spend,
days a week.
I think our members are standing there at least how many hours? 3 hours starting in the morning. I assign the topics and discuss on the phone, and then, saying that such and such time we'll have convened the meeting. And we convened, even this morning, we had to convene with the staffs and the research, and because you'd have to collect all the relevant articles, sometimes 20, 30 articles and books, and then also research fellows has to read it. And then, I'm the principal investigator, so I will, more or less, lead and so forth. And, publication of one article, I published, I think, 63 articles, I think, according to their, calculation. So again, today, another article. Each article, it takes a minimum 25 revision, editorial change, minimum, average 25 times. That means you have to put your heart and soul, and it's 100% commitment.
Yes, and go deeply to this topic.
Times to revise and again and change every word, every sentence.
Yes.
Then finally you submit and publish it.
Yeah, now I understood why we have such critical thinking subject.
Absolutely,
yes,
absolutely, it's important.
And academic writing, yes, very important.
You read, but also you have to think, because it's a creative, process. It has to come up the original and your own, kind of testing hypothesis. You have to make your own conclusion. To do that, it takes a long, tedious process. That's why, you have to, as I understand, as I stated, it takes more than 20, 25 times, revision and modification, editorial changes, and then finish it.
I agree, yes. Dr. Bэнge, who are your favorite authors of books? And maybe there are top 3 or 5 books which you really love and you come back during your life.
So the last, for example, 2 books are published, Macmillan, which is one of the most prestigious, Palgrave and Macmillan. It's an international publishing company. This is on DPRK. DPRK means North Korea. North Korea has a nuclear weapon. The Korean Peninsula is divided south, and the north, I came from north.
Yeah.
So South Korea is its GDP is some like $1.9 trillion. Even its GDP is even larger than Russia. And on the contrary, North Korea, it's divided half.
Yes.
GDP is only $30 billion. So 1.9 trillion versus only 30 billion per capita. 35 to 40 times higher.
Yeah, huge difference.
So, I care deeply. There's 25 million, my brothers and my sisters, my, parents and all that in North Korea. I wanted to, help them so they can really galvanize, and they can achieve. It's not the people. I'm that, came from North Korea. It's a system.
Yes.
So they have to introduce reform, change the system from extract system to inclusive, like a market economy, like China. This is where my research is centered. I'm deeply involved also about Kazakhstan and all that. The day before yesterday, I also submitted a policy recommendation, President Tokayev. Also, my policy recommendation, President awarded the highest order. My policy recommendation in education, economics, and including the other political situation and so forth. So this topic, how to, Republic,
yes.
this Kazakhstan can achieve economic modernization, economic development without emanating, inflation or like a serious or like a, exchange rate, means a depreciation of tenge.
Yes.
So I submitted a policy recommendation how Kazakhstan can shield and protect so that the stabilized economy, avoid inflation, including the tenge depreciation and achieve economic modernization, so that your economic well-being will be optimized.
Yes, and it was like in the end of 90s.
That's
yes.
right.
And they listened to you. Yes.
Yes, I really appreciate.
But Gorbachev, he refused, yes, to take your recommendations.
Absolutely.
How do you think could the situation be different now if they listened to you?
You know, I was very surprised, President Tokayev, when I submit a recommendation about corruption or economic, reform, how to really improve economics. I mean, educational system in Kazakhstan. Immediately take action. So I was invited to address with the Minister of Education, Minister. So I was, deeply impressed. For example, like, how to either alleviate or how to reduce, how to improve transparency, means reduce corruption and irregularity. Immediately, President sent, number one, Minister of, Economy, and then also we call that the executive director of the anti-corruption agency. He comes and bring the letter from president saying that the president instructed me to come and learn from you how to either promote the transparency or eliminate or reduce corruption. So we had a conference and all that. Immediately it's published that Foreign Affairs means that Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and also published in mass media. So immediately implement my idea to reduce corruption and promote the integrity.
Great. Yes, thank you for such bright mind. And Dr. Bэнg, each year, Esquire magazine, they published rules of famous people, like rules of life. If you could announce your rules of life, what they would be? Like maybe 5, 10 rules of life which you always consist on.
I stated earlier, what does it mean, how to a person make a happy? And happiness means that, you have the full use of your power in line of excellence, and in your life, you have to, relentless pursue. You're born, for example, talent in mass media and all that. That means you have to strive and you have to excel, and that will make you happy. What does it mean? It means a fulfillment of your potentiality. A person is born with immense potentialities, in the capacities. So your lifetime, like Laura, you have a talent, aptitude. You have to relentlessly, improve, excel in your field. That will make you happy. This is how I feel the happiness. So I, had earned the 6 degrees, and then number 2, use my knowledge, my expertise to help other underprivileged people and all that. This gives me, immense happiness, and it is a greatest honor knowing that because of me, students and people, their life quality, life is better. Yes. That means you have to really deeply care. So every day, seek how to improve, how to provide one of the best educational orientation available in entire world. I keep saying to students, how can I help you?
Yes,
so that
I was amazed by such question of you.
Your dream,
yes.
Your aspiration. You tell me, what do you need? How can I help you? So that you will become, you succeed and achieve your dream and realize, wow, this is the best experience I ever had. This is a goal. Okay. So, relentlessly, this is why KIMEP is different from other universities. It's a student-centered university. We try to help them so that they can realize their dream and aspiration, and they are going to be leader of Kazakhstan.
Yes.
They are backbone of Kazakhstan. So Kazakhstan has a very bright future.
Yes, agree. Yeah. Any other rules of your life?
Oh, again, you see, sometimes people feel that when people getting old, and this is more or less, people go through this process.
Yes.
Many people, I cannot do it because I'm not getting old. No, it's that age is only number. You have to, according to my personal experience, when I get older, you appreciate, you become more wiser. Your experience, even in terms of productivities, what I pursue in terms of managerial capacity, I have accumulated more experience, so I can manage better. The point which I'm trying to make is that you want to really fulfill and say, wow, my life was very fruitful. My life was very, should I say, it's wonderful. I think you were meant to, happy. To do that, you have to make the investment. You have to have relentlessly, you have to make a commitment every day. You have to do your best.
Good.
Yeah, in terms of not only your goal, what is your lifetime goal? Helping other people. Then you have to make a commitment. You have to really try to help your, showing empathy and, other privileged people. That, you will feel that the immense kind of a sense of achievement, fulfillment of your life.
KIMEP is more than just a university. It's a launching pad for future leaders, innovators, and change makers. Throughout its history, it has produced over 14,951 graduates, including government officials, business leaders, scholars, and social activists. Among them are Alihan Smailov, former Prime Minister of Kazakhstan, Aset Ergaliyev, Kazakhstan Permanent Representative to WTO, and Olga Moon, a researcher of University of Oxford. Today, KIMEP is home to more than 250 students, including 313 international students who enrich the atmosphere of culture and academic exchange. The university does not simply provide education, it shapes individuals who drive change, create opportunities, and pave the way to global success.
And I am, as KIMEP alumni, receive all the best to found my business, to open it, to develop it. And how do you think, what distinguishes KIMEP graduates from others?
Well, thank you so much for providing this opportunity, and we can, exchange our views and so forth. So, exercise has been one of the most important part of my life. I begin in the morning, 5:30, and stretching around 30 minutes, and then treadmill and bicycle 1 hour, and then come to KIMEP University, and then 3 o'clock, very intensive, table tennis, winter ping pong. Many people do not understand the importance of exercise. Exercise enhances your mental, faculty, ability to think, and also creative work. At the same time, it improves the quality of life. For example, I have published more than 60 articles and more than 11 books while I'm managing university. For instance, my classmates who graduate from college and all that, they retired 25 to 35 years ago. But now, when I look back my, more or less productivities, actually my creativity means including the faculty ability to, produce or knowledge and research works and, enhance. Also managerial expertise increase. So it is very important to not only you have to have acute, mental faculty to do that, you have to exercise rigorously every day. That's how you can keep it up, and you can enhance productivities, and also you can make a very happy life. Also, it gives an immense kind of confidence in what you are doing.
Yes. And how do you think your sport habits reflect to others, to the staff of the university, to the students?
I really, consider this is very important. I cannot force our students, to exercise, but showing as an exemplary model. I encourage them to exercise because exercise will enhance not only mental faculties and quality life and look the life more positively. This is why every 3 o'clock the student comes and play with me, serving as a role model. Other students will follow, rather than tell them you have to exercise, but showing that what exercise can do. Make your life happier. You can be a better manager, or you can, for example, enhance in your productivities in such as research activities and publication, or conducting scientific work.
Yes, and the moment you managed the KIMEP in 1998, when you started here as a president, there was only 3 faculties, and now you talk it's about 33 courses. Yes.
When I started, I was, president of university. I was a professor, and I had to rely upon mostly the, like a volunteers. That you'll be surprised. I started with 1990, and then I introduced this university and started with the management, means business administration, and then public administration, economics. Now, the program expanded from these 3 disciplines to 38, programs. KIMEP is every field. We're the number 1. For example, like business administration, they are now pursuing the 5th international accreditation from EQUIS, including also WCSB. And they were saying I received from mentor who came and who was mentoring our professors. They said KIMEP has a great potential. The letter states that KIMEP will be one of the best business schools in the world.
Yeah, and how do you think, what distinguishes KIMEP students from others?
You see, KIMEP students, we believe in not only excel like you, just simply like expertise and knowledge and the skills are excellent, but also share the core value. Core value meaning that you share your expertise and helping the underprivileged people. That means a core value, not only excellence, but the honesty, integrity, and the caring. You are the backbone of this country. You're going to lead this country. You are the leader. So we wanted to make sure you are not the excellent in terms of your skills and knowledge, but also your integrity, your caring other people. We consider this is a very important tradition of KIMEP University.
Yes, and when I was a student, we had this mission, education to change society.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Can you say, is it important to connect the mission of the founder, of the president, with the mission of the company, with the university?
KIMEP University, since the foundation and established KIMEP University, we produce more than 15,000 excellent, alumni, including like you, or former, like a prime minister, deputy prime ministers. These are well-trained, alumni. They are backbone of Kazakhstan. They're going to lead the future of Kazakhstan, and Kazakhstan has a very bright future because our, well-trained, our KIMEP graduates, they're going to lead and change society, creating the, exemplary, like a civil society.
Yes. And Dr. Bэнge, you talk about Kazakhstan. You started here your life and career when you was around 50 years old. Was it difficult? And why you decided to stay here?
Sometimes it's a tremendous, sometimes challenges and crises and all that, but all these crises and challenges, again, this provides a wonderful opportunity to not only overcome and, make further improvement and so forth. So I use, when I encounter a certain crisis or some serious issues, then you have to overcome this crisis, and then based upon my experience, make a better university. Every day, talking with the student, we have wonderful partnership between students. We consult every day, and together we try to solve whatever either crises or whatever challenges we face together. That's how we make every day the quality education is a bit better than yesterday.
Yeah, and it is one of the secrets when administration is connected with students and in COPE
This
you
is
make...
a very unique tradition you may not see it every day. Our members, like a staff, talk with the student government representatives every day. Ask them, is there anything we can help? Is there any issues or concern you'd like to share? As soon as, even today, student brought the cake because the student says that we just had the cake outside, saying that, Dr. Bang, I was supposed to yesterday, I'd like to share this cake.
with you.
It's a tremendous privilege. Student comes with a cake and the share and saying that, I just like to share with you. So everybody had a piece of cake.
Yes.
This is a unique tradition which you cannot see any other university.
What, like 4 or 5 tips how you can create this atmosphere where people change their mind?
First of all, you have to have vision and mission. Something you set the goal and all that. Then you have to relentlessly pursue. You may fall down and fail. If you fall down, fail 5 times, 10 times, 20 times, you have to stand at 21 times. And then you have to really persevere. You have to think, for example, like a KIMEP, every day, how can I make a better institution, better quality of education so that our youngsters, students who will be coming, they will get a better educational, kind of experience and orientation, how to make a better quality of university so that other university will follow KIMEP's, example or serves as example model. So if you want to succeed, you have to set your mission goal. Then you have to relentlessly pursue. If somebody work 10 hours, you have to work 15 hours. You have to really persevere. That's how you are going to achieve, not only success but excellence. Ah, come on.
Dr. Bang, I just saw your game.
Yeah.
It was wonderful.
Yeah, but how long have you been playing?
I never played. Maybe you give me just small masterclass.
Sure,
Okay,
excellent,
let's try
very
then.
good, thank you.
Start.
It looks easy, but it's not easy. It's not easy.
It's not easy at all.
It's not easy.
Thank you. Thank you for masterclass.
Yeah, thank
it's
you.
not easy at all.
Yeah, wonderful.
I think my role is better to ask your question.
Yeah, sure.
Not play.
It takes some time to become a experienced player.
Yes.
Yeah.
I was studying here 15 years ago, and each single day back, you was playing table tennis.
That's right.
Yeah. How you can make it for such long
because
period
it's a
of time?
way of my life and it's essential part of our daily process, Saturday, Sunday too.
And what role this training session plays in your life?
Because it really improves ability to think creatively, and the quality of life improves, and also it's a very stressful environment, management and also research and publication.
Yes.
But this exercise release all my anxiety and stress, and also rehabilitate means recharge your energy. Yeah. So I need that.
Yeah.
So that if I have a stress, I play more intensive game to release the stress.
Yes.
So it depends upon if I have a lot of stress, then I play 1 hour without stopping. It's just absolutely intensive.
Yes,
That's why release everything.
Okay.
Sweat it out. Also a lot of work. That's why I need. Otherwise, I cannot. So all just because very intensive.
Intensive,
Yeah.
yes. And the speed, your speed
Yes,
is
it's
very...
1 hour. So and now you're doing that. It just just like it's, like
Super.
absolute sweat will be, I will be soaked, yeah,
I see.
because of such intensity. And she's a, champion.
Very strong.
Yeah, she's used to be national champion.
Even though every day you win.
Yeah, and she's also, keep it up, and it's a hard time to, because my intensity is very,
Very high.
absolutely high. So, in first time she was struggling to stay, like 1 hour focused. But because of her time, and now she's wonderful. She's just super master. Yeah,
Great.
she's the instructor too.
And
So,
1 hour a day, since which age you started to play table tennis?
when I was something like 7, 8 years old, my father
7.
taught me. We got together. So my father, my play is not professional. It's just I was taught by just like my father or some, not professionally. But I used to go swimming every day. But swimming takes a long time. I have to go there, take it off, and all
Yes.
that, and swim, and then take it off.
Yeah.
I don't have time. Just one
One
it
hour.
takes come up 60 seconds. I start to exercise.
Yeah, my classmates were playing with you
is
actually
that-
15 years ago, yes. And they were always like
So
wondering,
students,
wow, yes,
students come and they
Yes.
challenge you.
And also it's part of storytelling
Yeah,
session, yes. You
yeah.
have talks with
Absolutely.
administration,
Yeah.
with your...
It's a wonderful sport if you know how to play. It's a really good sport because you have to alert, you have to follow boards. Unlike like lifting weight and all that, this has to be very alert.
Yes.
Yeah, to catch ball because the ball is faster.
Yes.
So to catch, you have to be very agile and very alert, and you have to follow the ball. Yeah.
And what skills from table tennis you take to the business?
I think the concentration, ability to concentrate, and then also tenacity, continuously improve, and also it really increase. You can make a better judgment and all that because your mental faculties are very, high and very, focused and all that. So you need this kind of discipline so that you can think very clearly, make a very rational decision. So, if you have anxiety, you cannot sleep, and you have something, some kind of fear or whatever, then you cannot make a very, viable, rational decision. But this exercise, you can release all this anxiety and all that. Yeah, so after 1 hour, you forget everything.
Yeah, you found your way. Yes.
Yeah, that's right.
This is part of your work-life balance.
Yeah,
yes.
that's
What
right.
else you have in your work-life balance?
I read a lot. I have a very good library at home, several thousand books and also videotapes. So that is because, at least 2 hours minimum reading, that gives immense joy and all that.
Yes.
So all the world-renowned classics, I have collections of several thousand books.
Wow.
It's 4 rooms are full of books.
Great.
Yeah, so that is my enjoyment. And also I watch DVD, like like movies, and I have theater, so that's relaxation.
That's your way.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's right.
And today, a lot of young entrepreneurs, they very stressed, and they
yeah,
say
right.
that they're tired. And what you can maybe give to them as a tip?
You see, as you mentioned that it doesn't have to be table tennis or
Tennis.
yoga to like
different.
aerobic dance or you like swimming or running. You have to have kind of sports, whatever you like to. It can be one of these, soccer. Then you have to keep it up, not just exercise one day very intensively and then 3-4 days. No, you have to push every day. Okay. So the next day
Never stop.
continue. Sustainability. Sustain is most important. Not the one day you exercise,
Yes.
very intensively and then 3 days, 4 days don't exercise. That's not
It's
good.
like art of small steps.
That's right. You have to continuously strive and sustain means maintain this regimen. So that's why maybe once or maybe a month I skip once or whatever reason it is so important. But other.
Then you come back.
If I can, then I can substitute with other exercise.
activities.
But this is how you can run and you can really absolutely.
Every part of body is working.
You have to getting all the means. You have to have also. You have to have a muscle. For example.
Okay.
Wow. You have to have a muscle.
Muscle. Yeah.
If you don't have,
to stay straight.
you cannot run the upstairs and all that. Okay. You have to have muscle.
Yeah.
You have to everything. You see, when you get old, keeps young. You have to exercise. That's my,
Yes, secret.
Yeah. You will make happy your marriage. Otherwise, stress out and don't pay everything to your husband, and your husband says it doesn't move.
Okay.
So you have to exercise.
Thank you.
So also your leg has to be strong. You see, strong leg.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you walk around and you're running.
Absolutely. I don't use the elevator because and when I conduct meeting 1 hour, I never sit down.
Wow.
Yeah.
You always stand.
Everything helps you. When you get older, it's a very important advice.
Thank you for this
Yeah,
advice.
keeps you young and happy.
Okay.
And
what makes you happy actually?
Happy is that the most important happy means Aristotle, philosopher Greek, says that you are born with the immense capabilities and potentialities. So you use, a full use of your powers in the line of excellence. So in case your talent is business or marketing, your talent lies there, then you have to really exert and excel and you have to be number one. This is where your happiness you can find.
Thank you.
But for me, first, I have 6 degrees and my learning and all that. But I try to be, manager of university as a president, and also I'm a research fellow. I publish as well, again, more than 10 books and 60 articles. But one more to happy. You have to use your talent to help other people. I provide my money, scholarship and help youth so that you can realize,
Invest
your
in
dream
others.
and aspiration.
That's
happiness. That's
happy.
happiness.
And
Because knowing that because of me,
yes.
somebody's her life, quality life has improved.
Yes.
That's immense happiness.
Is there any wish still which you're waiting
No,
for?
I wish that the Kazakhstan achieve economic modernization, becomes everybody, happy.
But your personal?
I want to leave a finance legacy so that youngsters will remember that. Well, because this man, I got a good education and I have a good life and all that. That's my.
That's your wish.
Yeah, that's
the only thing.
Yeah,
Yes.
that's right.
Okay. And how do you cope during crisis and time of stress?
Every time you face in the lifetime, and I've lost all my family because the building collapsed overnight. My family, my daughter, my son, my wife disappeared. Life is always ups, down and all that. Then you have to try to find the higher meaning. To find the meaning of life when you lose everything you had.
Yes.
So I found KIMEP and helping other people. That's how I find the
How could
meaning
you
of
find
life.
that energy at that time to start from the beginning?
It's a commitment. It's knowing that something, with your life, what would you do? Just make money and just live happily? Or you use your life, your talent, helping other people, and knowing that because of you, quality of life have improved.
Yes.
That's what I find meaning.
Your mission.
Yeah.
You found
Otherwise,
your mission.
to me, it's life is absolutely meaningless. Yeah.
And you also found some force and energy to start your life here in Kazakhstan and get new family.
So once again, it's I'm very fortunate, because I found a higher meaning helping youngsters and all that.
Yes.
Because of me, this KIMEP exists.
Yes.
Yeah.
And you have
you
have thousands
my
of children.
disciple and all the children.
Thousands of children.
That's 15,000
Yes.
children. Yeah.
That's great.
Immense kind of a privilege and honor.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you for such advice and such experience.
It's a wonderful experience at my age and all that. Very committed to faculty members and all that, and knowing that every day make a better, so that they will get a better, orientation and training. That's immense.
And you talk about a magic of morning when you wake up at 5 o'clock.
Yeah.
What also helps you to wake up such early time? And
because you exercise 2.5 hours, then it's very tough to even stay awake even 9 o'clock because I'm already exhausted. So you want to go to bed and sleep.
Yes.
And then when you go to sleep at 9 o'clock, you wake up 4:30, 5 o'clock because you slept 8 hours.
8 hours.
Then starting exercise. First thing, go downstairs and gym and treadmill and then hiking and also bicycling and also you have to have it's important to physical kind of stretching. It's important. So everything you have to do that. For example, you have to every day.
Yes.
You have to do so, and you have to everything.
Wow.
If you get old, if you don't do that, you cannot do it.
Yes.
So therefore,
we need to start.
Even this one,
Yes.
500 times every morning. If you don't do that, you'll have your, kind of disco.
Yes.
So you have to do everything,
will be stressed,
including this one. You have to do. I can, I can even crush it.
Yes.
Why? Because exercise.
Exercise.
Yeah. So, mark my word. You stay young and beautiful. Exercise.
Thank you.
Otherwise, quickly. Oh my God, where's my beauty? Disappeared.
Yes. Agree.
No.
100%.
So every day starting today.
Okay, I started.
You have to exercise.
Okay.
Yeah. So that you can keep the, very, also quality of life will improve too. Yeah.
Okay.
That's very important.
What about your staff? You also make them?
Oh, I encourage them so they exercise.
They also exercise every day?
Every day, because I told them otherwise the productivity decrease and the stress and then become very, angry or like a very, stressful.
Yes.
Then also you bother other people too because you are not happy. So you let it out your anxiety to other people, then it's fighting each other.
Yes.
So that's not very good.
But sometimes aged people, they maybe want and wish to have such physical activities, but they don't have enough.
No, that's not true. You sit down and watch TV.
Yeah.
What you do is that you have to
everything.
you understand? Sitting, you sit down, sit in chair, and then you understand? Like that?
Make physics all the time.
Yes, there's no excuse.
Yes.
Even you to watch TV, not to sit down. But you have to do this. You have to move. All these things.
Yes, agree.
Yeah. So saying that I don't have gym, I don't have. That's not true.
Yes.
Yeah.
You always have.
You just set the mind. You just go out, start to run. Simple as that.
В 2011 году доктор Бэнг сделал ремонт спортивного зала. Сейчас вы сами как видите, зал очень модерн, хорошие тренажеры, хороший баскетбольный зал, хороший зал йоги, холл, и студенты очень довольны.
Вы непосредственно свидетель того, как доктор Бэнг играет в теннис все это время. Сколько лет он уже играет на вашем опыте?
Я думаю, что я точно знаю, что играет где-то около 18 или 20 лет играет. Я думаю, что доктору Бэнгу практически будет на следующий год, я так думаю, 90 лет, но он в хорошей форме.
Да.
Я говорю, студенты тоже стараются с ними играть, со студентами, но не выдерживают его вот этого энергии, которую он так играет очень профессионально.
Вы с ним тоже играете?
Я с ним тоже играю, да, я играю с ним 3 дня. Вот у нас Ирина Рязанова, она у нас тренер по настольному теннису, ведет уроки тенниса. Я играю в среду, в пятницу и в выходные. И практически доктор Бэнг каждый день играет. Я считаю, что он держит свою форму.
Благодаря этому?
Да.
А как его вот эта спортивная, наверное, философия жизни влияет вообще на окружающих, на руководящий состав?
Я думаю, что он относится так же ко всем, я говорил изначально. Здесь он приходит, когда приходит играть в теннис, тренируется, он все эмоции свои выплескивает здесь. Я думаю, что до сотрудника...
Матерится?
Нет, он просто у него эмоции, когда он не попадает в шарик, он кричит вот такие эмоции, бьет по столу и кричит практически на весь зал. Я думаю, что это нормально.
Способ выхода,
да, как раз выход эмоций, да.
KIMEP is a dynamic institution that never stands still. the university continuously expands its educational horizons, opening new facilities, research centers, and laboratories. Keeping pace with the times, it's established the School of Computer Science and Mathematics to prepare specialists in digital technologies. Modern programs, international partnerships, and innovation teaching methods ensure that students gain knowledge relevant to an ever-evolving world. KIMEP is more than just a university. It's a place of opportunities for those who are ready to move forward.
So the new science building gives us the capacity to offer physics labs, biology, chemistry labs, and then some computer science specific labs such as Internet of Things, digital artificial intelligence, digital sensors rather. We have a computer network hardware lab. The computer science department will have their own server. So we're very excited about this new building, and we certainly are going to have the facilities. And then the final thing is the curriculum. So we're very proud of our curriculum and our degree programs. We believe that it's flexible, it's innovative, and it's designed to meet the needs of our industry partners. Well, starting a new school, especially starting a school that's science-oriented at KIMEP, it's a very big task. And having the support of upper management means that we had administrative support when we needed it. We had financial support. We were able to fast track permissions, right, and move forward quickly. Because if you think about it, this time next year or last year, and we weren't even talking about the new School of Computer Science and Mathematics. So that really came about starting in January. So in less than a year, we've gone from zero, no curriculum, no faculty, no building, no students, to putting the finishing touch on the new building. The first group of freshmen are on campus. We've hired multiple faculty. We've got more coming in August. So having the support of the administration has allowed us to move quickly, to move efficiently, and to move with confidence. So we are really innovating here. Our curriculum is very different from what you see in other schools in Kazakhstan. And to be able to step out and take that kind of risk, we needed to know that upper management was behind us, and they have been. So they've been nothing but supportive through the entire process.
Dr. Bang, it's a big honor to be with you here to write this interview. Yeah, and campus of KIMEP and its location, it's a big proud, yes, and beautiful place. How could you manage it to become such place?
First of all, I'd like to welcome on behalf of KIMEP University. I'd like to welcome to KIMEP campus. And it's a tremendous privilege and honor to establish this academic institution where we can train our young people to become, very esteemed leaders, not only public sectors, but private sectors. Since then, KIMEP has evolved as a world-class academic institution. Right now, we have more than 2,700 students. This is an institution which has the highest concentration of Western-trained scholars and experts. Everybody has either professionally or academically qualified. This is a premier academic institution, comparable to the world-class university.
And currently open mathematics and computer science department. What inspires you to do it?
We feel that computer science, including artificial intelligence, including the information system, this is going to have a profound impact upon not only daily life as well as our economy. So we decided to introduce a premier leading program, College of Computer Science. So we made a tangible investment. First of all, we recruited a world-class, eminent qualified scholars, all without exception, trained in Western academic institution with a terminal degree, means a PhD. And then also we invited Dr. Davis, who is expert in mathematics and computer science. as a head, meaning dean of computer science. And then we decide to construct a new building. So now this building is going to finish in coming December, means shortly before end of this year. Then we are going to introduce exemplary model academic institution in the field of computer science and mathematics. So we are going to set the exemplary case. We are going to train the future expert in the computer science, including artificial intelligence, and working industriously with corporations and business entities and the tailor program to meet their expectations. So we are going to establish a kind of a example model computer science program so that other universities learn and also emulate what we have accomplished.
Yes, and now all the world talk about ChatGPT. Do you know something about it? Have you ever experienced ChatGPT?
You tell me about your experience.
ChatGPT, actually it's artificial intelligence with which you talk about online, you can have their consultation, you can answer all your questions. How do you think, how it react to the young generation?
I think it can make a tangible improvement. For example, I read the New York Times and there was an elderly lady who is lonely and she has somewhat demented, means has a mental faculty has eroded and all that. She has artificial intelligence, this is a robot. So in the morning, she talk and become a companion. And, good morning, Mrs. Johnson, and then, how are you today? But, the robot, she was saying, it makes her life, such as, improve in terms of happiness, in terms of, cognizance and brain and understanding and all that. It made a tangible contribution. It made a better her life. She said, without this, artificial intelligence, she cannot cope with it. It makes happy and how are you today? It seems to me today you are not happy. Computer, just listening her voice and computer can respond. You see? So this kind of artificial intelligence can make a really tangible contribution in terms of well-being if we use this science to really help and constructively. It can really change quality of life and also contribute to the well-being of society. This is why we consider, I think it's important discipline. So we are going to make a concerted effort to make a world-class, very, highly, esteemed and the quality of program.
Okay.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, and how do you scare of the future predictions when there will be flying cars, maybe robots around us?
I think equally also true that this artificial intelligence can be used or something not the benevolent or some benefit or society, but also it can be destructive. For example, future war. So, for instance, like World War III, there are thousands incoming, missiles and attack. Artificial intelligence will identify artificial intelligence, more or less order what to do or not to do. It's a very scary world.
Yes.
And including as you can see, drone already, Ukraine war, drone almost, plays a very important critical role. Then identify the, for example, target, immediate 10, which one is most priority target and attack. You see, it's artificial intelligence, all decide and then shoot without human involvement. You see, so it can be, one side is very beneficial, but on the other side, it can be very negative and dangerous, also undermine the, either, humanity. And so this is also two-sided coin.
Yes, and it means that we need strong managers to manage all those processes.
Absolutely, it has to manage so that it will not get in hand and destroy the humanity. So this is our responsibility. This is what we are going to train how to use it properly to enhance our quality of life and contribute positively for the well-being of people.
Okay, let's research this new department.
Yes, our professors, one of the top priorities that the responsibility is everybody, without exception. They have to not only teach but engage in research and they have to publish it. So KIMEP University is committed for excellence in the research and publication. It means advancement of science and knowledge. To contribute positively in advancement of science and knowledge, you have to engage original research and then you have to share your scientific finding. So we consider this is one of the requirements. Every professor, if they want to retain the status of a full-fledged faculty and professorship, they have to engage in depth research and publishing. And also, as a head of this organization, I wanted to show as a role model, serve as a role model. So it's not a requirement to president to conduct research, but it's my one of our commitment is conduct research and continuous publishing. So this is also serves as a example model to our faculty members. Even though person is either has to teach or manage, it does not really either prevent to engage research and publishing. So serves as a role model.
You never split those directions,
absolutely.
Yes?
So that the faculty or other professors will follow this example and footstep.
Дисциплина, неуклонная дисциплина, в общем, приверженность делу, настойчивость, также его храбрость. То есть он не боится никаких проблем, что я заметил, то есть в течение, то есть человек уже взрослый человек, многое что повидал в жизни, и у него, я в принципе и знаю, и понимаю, были разные моменты и трудности, и наверняка были какие-то моменты страха, но человек не пытается как-то проигнорировать проблему или быть как-то загнанным в угол, то есть человек всегда идет к цели, то есть с определенным объективным мышлением, и с храбростью, то есть это ему дает вот этот драйв, да, условно, то есть энергию для того, чтобы двигаться вперед. То есть вот эта вот храбрость, приверженность делу, то есть и его смелость, в принципе, достаточно интересный фактор, который влияет на развитие университета, включая, потому что как бы успех университета, впрочем, и заключается в его храбрости, то есть так как он как бы основоположник этого университета, то есть в истории университета ему приходилось очень много непопулярных решений принимать, которые в дальнейшем играли только в плюс в развитие всего университета. И, в общем, наверное, я бы, насколько это помпезно или громко не звучало, в развитии образования, в общем, во всем в Казахстане.
If you had chance to make everything which is connected with KIMEP history from the beginning, would you agree to repeat this experience?
Once again, this is such a tremendous honor and privilege. This is a gift from me to, people of Kazakhstan. And, how many people can say that because of me, your life got better?
Of course.
Without me, you couldn't go, your life could have changed a different way and all that. So people comes and even yesterday, even today, piece of cake and then sharing, saying, because of you, we are so proud and we feel that we are privileged. The educational experience we get is unique and all that. What a wonderful Bible. It's just, I'm deeply honored to be there. That people come and say, because of you, the quality of life got better. How many people can be in that position?
Yes, sure.
I have received the highest honor. How many orders from, I am the very highest, like a decorator. I have more than 11 orders, and the highest order, those class number one, including many orders through Ministry of Education and all that. It's just, mutual. Also state and also including the, current president and they express their gratitude. It's also, I feel immensely also, grateful for their recognition and also, I'm the part of this process and, Kazakhstan, the development and modernization. This is a wonderful, unique opportunity to be part of this process.
Yeah. Thank you for such processes which you started.
Honored,
and we brought
and
it
also
further.
watching like you, this is wonderful seeing that our KIMEP graduates are, excel and become very successful in your, career and all that. It's a wonderful feeling.
Yeah, and you were correctly right when you say that once you receive this opportunity to change your mind and you never can come back to your previous level, of thinking.
Have to really, 100% commitment and the day and night. Otherwise, you cannot succeed. It's not worth it.
Yeah.
You have to really hard work. It means you have to really, with the tenacity, then you will be proud. I have done it. I did 100% commitment. I did my best.
Dr. Bэнg, so many alumni and students were waiting this interview, and what you want to wish to all of those people, maybe your words for them to change their life again?
I established and founded this university. The mission and objective of this university is to train and provide orientation so that, groom the future leaders like you who will assume the leadership position in public sectors, including private sectors. So I hope that, like cabinet members, 50% in the next 10, 20 years, all the KIMEP graduates. So our commitment, our aspiration is not only, we train so that intellectually your skill and knowledge is outstanding, superb, but at the same time, also core value. Core value means that, caring, honesty, integrity, caring your, fellow country, man, and helping the less privileged people and all that. So this is a goal. We made that commitment. We wanted to not only excellence and excel in academic orientation and all that, but inviting students to our decision-making process. This is one of the most time-honored, important aspect of management. Student participate decision-making process, like even budget committee, tuition, everything. Student, 40% student, they formulate, they submit the budget. Like a tender committee with acquisition computers or inviting or selecting like a construction company, student decide. Curriculum committee, student also has a voice. So this is in this sense a very unique. What is aim? Aim is that to really train our youngsters who will assume the leadership and modernize and lead this country. To do that, they not only intellectually or in terms of their expertise and skills are excellent, but at the same time, their core value, carrying your, country, and the people, meticulously make a commitment and to promote goodwill and also transparency and also integrity. We consider very important. This is why we consider, Kazakhstan is have a very bright future. And our, KIMEP graduates will play a very important role, not only in public sectors, but in private sectors like
in
you.
All spheres.
Yeah.
Yes.
This is our aspiration. This is our commitment.
And what do you wish to yourself?
Well, my ardent desire, wish is that I like to see that you succeed. Our student, alumni, they really, we have seen that like international, all these corporations that happen to be Procter & Gamble to, PricewaterhouseCoopers to Lloyd to many, thank you, Chevron, all that. you will be surprised. Without our KIMEP graduates, they cannot really, manage to survive and make a profit and all that. This is a contribution. So what I like to see that our KIMEP graduate, they realize their, dreams, aspirations, saying that, well, I'm proud of being KIMEP graduate. Wow, the training orientation, that became the foundation of success. I see many, student parents and grandmother comes and say, thank you so much, Dr. Bang. My daughter, my son, upon just entering the KIMEP University, immediately her life changed. Now look here, after graduation, she become such excellent, achieved, and I came here to express my gratitude and appreciation. My God, what a wonderful job you did. That is
That's what
highest
make you
compliment. Make you immensely happy. Okay. Don't forget, Kazakhstan people are lovely people. It's a wonderful. I never, met such wonderful. It's an immense, privilege, honor to serve, to play the important role, and help youngsters, they realize their aspiration and their goal. So what a wonderful, happy,
Yes, thank you so much
thank
for your
so
mission.
much.
Thank you for your commitment. Being such,
thank you.
Yes, committed.
Thank you.
Thank you guys for being with us. It was video project which is called actually IT Hero, but with Dr. Bang we want to create new name, and it's super person, superhero. My name is Elnora Razmuhamedova. I'm CEO of Hirtin Media, and here we share not only technological interviews and news, but also we share secrets of such great people as our hero. It was Dr. Chan Yan Bэнg. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Rahman. Thank you.